All right, welcome into another edition of Keeping Up with Southside Athletics. And Coach, we've done a lot of basketball this season. We've talked a lot of basketball this season, but it's finally here. The area tournament's here. We're on the eve of it right now, Coach, and been a journey. I mean, I don't think I've seen a walking wounded like your group in a long, long time.
Yep.
But just anything, kind of open floor to get this thing started. And we're going to go about 10 minutes here or so. Then I know you got work to do.
Yep. So played Gadsden City to finish up area play last week, and lost two more girls that went down. One went down in the first quarter. One went down in the second quarter. So I think we played the second half of that game with three healthy basketball players. So
3 players.
Yeah.
Dude. Let's see how I can word this, Coach. Did you ever even envision or think of or possibly comprehend a season like this to take over and these type things have happened?
No.
Did anything like that ever? Could you even, if you drew it up in Hollywood, people would say, this is the stupidest, there's no way this could happen to one team.
Yeah, it's been crazy. So we were already a little low on numbers coming into the season because we only have one senior. So we basically lost an entire class for whatever reasons, going to play in other sports, just deciding to give basketball up. And so we lost that entire group, and there's no bridge group. And our numbers were already, were low because of that. And then we just start, two shoulder surgeries, 2 ACLs, a broken arm, a broken leg, two concussions, and 1 missing front tooth.
Dude. If you sat down in a theater about a basketball team, a guy taking over, head coach right here, and this movie started playing, I'd get up and walk out. I'd say, this is, would you not?
Probably so.
I'd be like, ain't no way. First thing I'd say is, I'm not getting on a plane with that guy.
Yeah. I have PTSD every time an athlete hits the floor. Like, my heart drops. Like, I'll watch our boys during practice, and a kid hits the floor, and my heart sinks. Somebody takes a charge in practice, and my heart, like, we don't even, like, I'm blowing we go live a little bit, like we went live a little bit yesterday, but as soon as a shot goes up, I'm blowing the whistle. I don't even let them box out. I don't let them.
Yeah.
You're
at a point you can't afford to, really.
No.
And that kind of hurts you being sharp sometimes. And yeah, I mean, obviously it has to, but it's either get down to where, like you were the other day, where you're playing with 3, or let's lighten this up a little bit and then, take our chances.
Yep.
But the girls, I know the resiliency of these girls here at this school and the way they fight. You seen it last year at regionals, in the game that they did get beat in, they fought their guts out the last. That's what I expect from Southside athletes. But talk about how these girls are going to wear this injury-riddled team and playing for their sister beside them heading into this area tournament.
They've been doing that all year. Our win-loss record is not the greatest in the world. I think we're like 10 and 14 or 15 or something like that. And but these girls have been competitive in every basketball game that they've played, basically. Gadsden City this past week, it was a 10-point game with 4 minutes to go. We're within striking distance. Fort Payne, it was a 6-point ball game with 1 minute and 45 seconds left. These girls, even through all these injuries, are competing. We're just not finishing wins or able to put everything together to be able to win, consistent, to be able to win consistently. But there's no question in the heart and the fight. They do all of those things, and a lot of times we just give out.
Yeah. What have you learned about yourself having to go through this? Because you've had to learn and grow as a coach tremendously.
I have. I've had to. Part of it is, and you learn this a little bit as a parent, but I'm trying to shield them from. I don't want them to see me upset. I think they've seen me down maybe twice this year. You know, I just try, no matter what the circumstance is, to just preach positivity to them. It's a rare occasion that I even speak negatively at all to them. I keep telling them, I said, there's going to be a time for that, but it's not right now.
Right.
So I've learned to stay positive now. One of the girls walked in the locker room after one of our games the other night, and I was just sitting in there in the locker room by myself, had my eyes closed, and I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, she goes, you don't look right. And I'm like, listen, I'm just having one of my moments. I said, you know, I do nothing but positivity to you guys. I said, but that doesn't mean I don't feel negative every now and then. I said, I'm just having a moment.
That's how you let it go.
And she said, well, thank you for not showing it, you know. Because these girls are battling their tails off. They are playing as hard as they can. They're practicing as hard as they can. They're sacrificing their bodies. There's no reason to be negative because enough balls don't go in hoops right now, or you know, we've lost a few ball games in a row. There's no reason to be negative towards them. It's not going to change who we are right now. It's not going to change. It's not going to change anything. So I'm doing nothing but preaching the direction that we're at. I love where we're at. We've grown. You know, the first time I had these girls on the court was November 13th, and the amount of growth from November the 13th to the 28th or 29th, whatever today is, has been astronomical. Like the girls, you know, they're like, Coach, we have not learned this much basketball ever. And like we're excited. They love the style of play that we're doing. And I know that what we're going to be after we've had a summer together, after we've been able to go through a weight program together, after we've, you know, we just did all this on the fly, basically. You know, there was not much development that I could do at all with our athletes before November the 13th. And November the 13th, we're playing. Like literally, I had a week with all the girls that's when I saw them for the first time, and we were playing the next week. So, I think the girls need to be praised for as well as they're playing through these injuries. Like, I mean, it says more about them than it does me.
That's huge. I mean, going forward, you go through adversities like this, it sharpens you, it hardens you. And that's what you're looking for out of this. A couple more questions before we get you out of here. Just your mindset as a coach heading in this area tournament, because you know you talked about your record earlier. Right now it's 0-0, and the playoffs have begun, my friend.
Yes, they have.
So the floor is yours to talk about your mindset as a coach, how to attack these area tournaments.
So my mindset for tonight especially is we are going to throw everything at Gadsden City that we have, including some things. There's some things that we have that they've not seen yet. We've not run it against them. A lot of things that we've just not run against them. And they're going to see that, plus some new things. You know, there's going to be some things that our fans are going to see a little bit differently tonight. Like we're throwing everything that we can.
Kitchen sink.
Yes, the kitchen sink will be thrown this evening. And that, like, you know, we've been praying. Well, we've been talking about our girls praying for opportunity, and I've been giving them a specific number of opportunities. Well, tonight is our last official opportunity. And our prayer has been, just give us one more opportunity, just one more opportunity. So we're going to do everything that we can to get one more opportunity. And I told our girls that I will do the same thing, and we'll throw the kitchen sink at Fort Payne on Monday night if we're lucky and blessed enough to get another opportunity. And then obviously
they're getting a little bit of that kitchen sink.
Yes, well, and actually if we win one game, we get two more opportunities. We get the area plus the sub-regional. So we'll be blessed with two. So our girls have poured their minds and hearts into the preparation this week. You know, I feel really good about it. I think the girls feel really good about it. I just hope that we can go out and execute it, because they have worked so hard. Not only do we just need a win, these girls deserve a win.
Yeah.
And I'm I'm hoping that tonight's that night.
Absolutely. Coach, just final thoughts before we close it down. So I know you get work to do, and I got.
Oh yeah, we've got to walk through here in just a minute, but it is. I hope to encourage anybody that wants to come out. Listen, there will be no shortage. Not just Southside, like all these different area tournaments. We were talking about some other area tournament games that are going to be happening. That are going to be a battle, rivalries like. I hope you come watch Southside play. We play tonight at Fort Payne against Gadsden City, and then our boys turn around tomorrow night and they play at Gadsden City against Fort Payne. So I hope you come out and support us. But listen, if you're a basketball fan, I'd be trying to find anywhere I could go, because there's not going to be a shortage of good basketball happening this week. So that's my advice to anybody that's following basketball right now.
We're going to have it all over. There's going to be some happy folks and some sad folks this weekend.
Yep.
Coach, I appreciate you sitting in with us. Thank you so much, brother, and good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.